Some of these we can, hopefully we can teach towards some type of certification, a couple of college courses and a certification in this. We're trying to do that with welding and advanced welding. The veterinary medicine that you can teach towards, if you have a qualified teacher, you can teach toward vet tech, a vet tech license, certification. The floral design is not offered anymore in community. There weren't enough community colleges in Texas offering it, so it's not considered. It's not one of those courses that high school credits can be taken and applied to a college certification. So that one's not really towards any kind of certification. The food technology and safety, that would be something that I personally don't have. Ms. Marlon may, but I don't have any kind of experience in that.
With that, we would have to have the facilities that we don't have, so that would kind of be hard to offer. But
there are some schools that offer meat science.
When you say that, like food, what are you saying?
A lot of those ag departments will have ovens and stoves.
But we have a community center.
We do. And a lot of that too with food processing.
Just as food safety, food processing, and things like that. And you can, and the meats lab, you can actually, it's an expensive thing. Only your, I think, probably more wealthier schools are going to offer that. But that is a really good option for a lot of students, because you would be amazed at how many students love that class, because they go in there and they just butcher animals all day long, and they love it. I mean, I've been to schools where they did it, and the kids just, they get in line to get that class. Barbers Hill has one teacher dedicated to that program. They spend half of their time butchering, the other half cleaning up to be OSHA, I mean not OSHA, but to be USDA inspected every so often. And they butchered 150 deer that year, and I don't know how many calves and how many pigs. And it's just amazing how much they do in a year, how many animals they slaughter a year. And you wouldn't think that would be something that would be offered, but you can get a good paying job as a butcher, as a meat cutter. But we've talked to Dr. Easterly about trying to offer some more courses. Right now, Ms. Marlon does most of the classroom teaching. I'm in the shop. I teach it welding, advanced welding. We both have a junior high class, and she does the horticulture.
Right now, I'm also teaching forestry, and I have found that there is not a whole lot of interest with forestry. And I know we're in East Texas, and that's a big thing that we want to teach our kids about, but I mean, they just don't like it. They don't find it interesting. And I originally, or in the earlier of the year, I was teaching wildlife, and it was they loved wildlife, and then just going from wildlife to forestry, it didn't seem to perk a whole lot of interest. So
wildlife and forestry management all kind of intertwine together.
yes, yeah, they do.
That all intertwines together.
They're one semester courses. The way we teach them is one semester. It's all in 1 year. You sign up for you can actually sign up for the wildlife and not sign up for the forestry, but you've got to have an option somewhere else to go to. And I don't think we have a whole lot of options right now.
I don't think I've had any kids that weren't in my wildlife, that weren't in my forestry.
And the only other thing that I do the work-based learning program, or I teach it, and it ties in real well with the ag program. We're not an ag, it's not an agriculture work-based learning program, so they don't have to have an ag-related job. They can have any job on this, which, yes, sir?
How many kids you got in there?
15.
In the work?
In the work. And it started out about 11 or 12, and it's grown as the year, when sports get over with, they want to get out of sports and get a job, so they try to get in the work program. And we get more funding for it, so I can understand. What we do in the classroom, we don't really leave anybody behind when they come in, so they're not too far behind. We do interview skills and career research, job investigation, things like that.
These next few slides are just of some pictures of students doing in the vet med classes, doing some dissections. And I know this is something that we could definitely incorporate with like biology or something with our students. So some of our other science classes, we could definitely teach that together. So okay, Mr. Blackman, you want to talk
Oh, we're gonna talk about some accomplishments this year. I'm gonna go ahead and start way back in the fall, because I don't think we've done a report this year, okay, in the ag department. I know we've sent in some, things to Dr. Easterly every time, but
In the newspaper.
in the fall, we did our leadership development events in November. Our teams, we had 5, there's 10 different competitions, 10 different teams you can be on, or competitions, events. And we had students in 5 of them. We didn't have a farm skills team this year. I mean, if you have questions about that, I'd be glad to answer them, but we had five different things that we had competed in, and we came in middle of the pack and a little bit above. We didn't win any ribbons this year, it's the first time. I looked around the room in there, the ribbons, the banners we'd put up, and in the 3 years I've been here, I want to say that I know this is a cop-out. I think the competition just got a lot better. I think this year, I noticed the competition was a lot better. But that was in the fall. Go ahead.
If they're better, Mr. Blackman, why aren't we getting better?
I'll take that as a challenge.
Okay.
I will take that as a challenge because, and I'm not making excuses here, but I'm learning on the job as I go as a shop teacher this year. Miss Marlin, this is her first job year, and we kinda, I thought we did pretty well with them, but participation, I think, was the main thing. We had a lot of people start out, but then different things, and they fizzled on us. And that may be, that's something we can address and get it more make it more interesting for them. But yeah, I'll take that as a challenge. I really do. I think that we should have them back at the top again. I think we have the students.
Okay.
I think we have the capability in the students. I think we have to
And our
develop a
students
bigger
did
interest.
really good. I mean, it's not that they, weren't interested or whatnot. I mean, our students worked hard. I couldn't have asked anything better or anything more of them. So, that in my mind, if they go in there and they do their best, that's all I can ever ask of them. So, I was proud.
How many FFA members are there?
51.
And we have at our meetings, another thing, last year we didn't have meetings every month, which we dropped the ball there last year on that. A lot of things happened. This year we've had meetings every month. We've had about half of the membership comes up, shows up, a little less than half sometimes, but at least 20 are going to come to the meeting, which is pretty good with jobs and everything. A lot of our children our students have jobs.
Mm-hmm.
That was November.
I have a little list.
You have the list, go right ahead.
Okay, I'll skip.
Okay, we've had some community projects this year. We had a canned food drive. We did the Christmas on the Square parade float. We did just recently we did
Carnations for the...
Carnations at Valentine for the Whitehall?
Yeah.
Whitehall Nursing Home. Okay.
And we're working on, I think, Ashley Rothrock's mom, she wants us to come and help plant, vegetables or those kind of things in the spring with their nursing home too. So I'm working on getting that set up with her as well.
We've got one student that's completed her Lone Star degree. We've got 2 others that qualify but just have no interest in doing it, so we can't make them. We can't force them to do it. So, and it was last year we had 5. We had 5 that did it. We were so proud of Latexo last year down at the state convention, and we'll be proud of this one. But
we don't have a whole lot of juniors in FFA either, so
yeah.
that was kind of, next year we will have lots.
We've been to a land judging event. We have 4 members go to that in Fairfield at the beginning, the beginning of March. And we did fair I thought we did pretty good for the teams we're going against. As y'all know, Grapeland goes to national on that event. And we actually got some training from Grapeland, so that was a good thing. Miss Marlin is training a forestry team. Hopefully we'll have an event next Wednesday, the 28th, in Groveton at the local Soil and Water Conservation District. Miss Marlin, myself, Dr. Easterly, and Miss Brenner all worked towards completing up to a 100,000 Taco Bell grant, $100,000 grant. We submitted a lot of requests, and we turned the grant in, I think it was due March 1st, wasn't it?
Yes.
And we got that in. Hopefully we'll get it.